Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Noelle and I review and unbox subscription boxes here on my channel, and today I have something a little bit different in honor of Father's Day. Not sure if you are celebrating with the fathers in your life, but if you are, happy Father's Day. I hope that you're able to spend some QT together. I have a men's box from Beachly that's been sent to me for review. Now, I have reviewed this once before. Now, my husband is not a father, however, he is definitely an ocean lover. He's a waterman, so he is always really excited about the beach brands and styles that come in this box. Like the women's lifestyle box, it is $99 per quarter. There's definitely some savings if you're able to do the annual membership, and the shipping, I believe, is just $5.99 in the US and $14.99 to Canada, which is pretty reasonable, and the value of this is always really high. I do have an affiliate link and a code for you that will work on the men's box as well, and it's just Noelle30, and that'll save you $30 on your first box, which is pretty fantastic, right? So this is what the box looks like. So just pretty simple. My husband is always so excited when he hears that this is on the way. He's always asking me, when is my box arriving? I'm so excited. It is a little bit different than the women's box. Last time we got 4 products. I think that is usually the case, that you get 4 products and it's primarily apparel. Usually there's like one item that's more of an accessory, and they have been doing more Beachly branded items, but the quality on those has been surprisingly, or maybe not that surprisingly, but actually quite good, because they are definitely well versed in the sort of surf shop apparel world. So let me go ahead and open this up with all of you, and we will see what we have in store, and then my husband will finally get to dive into this box, and maybe I'll get him to model some of the items over on Instagram. We'll have to see if I can get him to agree to that. So we do have a little card inside. Actually, usually it's a beautiful, like almost full-size card, but this time around, accidentally somehow the spring card made it into my box instead of the summer one, so they actually sent me the digital version, but I don't have a color printer. But it was a beautiful image from kind of overhead, like drone footage of Waikiki Beach, because there's definitely kind of a Hawaii theme to the women's box. If you didn't already see my unboxing of that, definitely check it out. But the women's box and the men's box this time around have kind of a Hawaii theme, so Hawaii theme is how I usually say it. Then I have to remember that not everyone says Hawaii. It's also Hawaii. So I do have the little note though from Kevin. It says, "Cheers to summer. I don't know about you, but here at the Beachly HQ, we are ready for summer after this chilly spring." And I will say that I think their headquarters are just a few miles north of me in Carlsbad, so it's been a chilly winter and spring for us. I know that sounds crazy. We are definitely still better off weather-wise than a lot of places across the country, but for us, we're soft. We are not used to this like 50 and 60 degree weather well into June. So it says, "We're dreaming of warm water and a big south swell. One of my favorite summers was spent living in Waikiki, which is on the island of Oahu, which is also where Honolulu is. That's the capital." It says, "This crazy town can sometimes get a bad reputation for being a hub for tourists from all over the world, but that's just part of the fun. The water is crystal clear and the coast is lined with playful waves to keep you busy, no matter what craft you ride: shortboard, a longboard, SUP, or outrigger canoe. Some of my favorite memories include night surfing under the full moon at Queens, tandem surfing with friends, and chasing south swells at spots that shall remain unnamed." That's right. Don't share all the secrets. It says, "We hope this summer's Beachly box will enable you to create some epic memories of your own, no matter where you are." So that sounds pretty good. Now, I will say, so my husband has finally gotten me to take him to other islands besides Maui, which is where I am from. He does get to surf when he's in Maui, which is kind of nice, but I have not taken him back to Oahu yet, just because Oahu for me is just a little bit crazy, especially down there in Waikiki. But if you just kind of embrace it and kind of think of it like Disneyland, where there's a lot of sensory overload and it's kind of fun, and get into the like kitschy touristy side of it, you know, it can be kind of fun for a few days. And the beaches are beautiful, the hotels are beautiful. I personally am more of a North Shore girl when I happen to find myself on Oahu, but so I have to make some time so that we can go and visit that great island. I have a lot of friends that live over there still, so hopefully one of these days we'll get a chance to stay for maybe a week or so he can see all the different sides of the island, and maybe I'll have a better attitude about it as well at that point. All right, so right on top we have one of our items. So this is a Beachly branded item. It is a hat. So So my husband has, he's kind of an accessory addict. He has a lot of hats, like way too many. Like people are always like, oh, they have all those different, like, you know, hat storage methods. I'm like, we don't have enough wall space or shelf space. Like they're just all kind of stacked up. And he also has a bunch in his car because you never know when you're going to need a hat. He also has a lot of shoes. He has more shoes than I do. But anyway, here to add to his collection, we have this Beachley hat. So it's a really pretty dark blue, and then you can see they have this Beachley. It's not a Beachley logo that I'm familiar with, but it is embroidered on there versus printed, which is kind of nice. It's got this mesh back, so it's just a basic baseball cap. So it says that the retail price on this is $25. I mean, hats are a little bit pricey. It's not like anything particularly special in terms of like a wicking material or a neoprene or anything, but it is like a really pretty color. So this will probably be something that he just kind of throws in the car to have on hand. So when again, it's nice because it's a little bit more breathable. He's one of those guys that buys like the fitted hats and stuff, and he's very particular about it. I might actually use it myself because I am not as picky about my hats, and I like this color a lot. So you know, there are some elements of this box. There are sometimes some items where I feel like if you kind of have more of a unisex style as a woman, you could probably use a lot of these products, in all honesty, and just size appropriately, right? So it says this is a surf club hat by Beachley, a classic trucker hat with a surfy vibe, your new go-to everyday hat. So just a little extra, right? So that is the, I think that's the lowest valued item in here. That's just kind of the little like cherry on top this time around. All right, so the next item that I am seeing is a really pretty green. So this is nice. So this is by a company called Rhythm. Rhythm also had an item, I believe, in the first box that I opened from them. So if you want to take a look at that unboxing, maybe I'll link it for you. You can check it out, and it gives you kind of a good idea of some of the other items that you might receive in this box, which again, it just feels like someone kind of gave you a curated set of kind of go bag from your local surf shop. So I do like that we do see some pretty well-known surf brands in here too. So this is what it looks like. It's pretty simple. My husband does love a pocket tee or a pocket tank. It's kind of a thicker material, so there is like a little design there, a little drawing. It's just kind of like a sun on the pocket. It is like a thicker weight, and I think it was the like kind of sweatshirt material shorts that we got in the last one, but it does have a pocket tee. It's a really pretty kind of like dark, sort of like darker green color. So it has a value of $38. So good quality, still very soft but thicker. You know, a lot of the times you get those sort of like distressed, super soft shirts these days, but they're like paper thin and they're gonna get a hole in them immediately. It says your laid back tee for easy everyday wearing. This embroidered pocket t-shirt is cut from a soft cotton jersey slub, pre-washed for a soft hand feel. So it is very soft. So I didn't realize it says embroidered, but that is actually printed on there. That is not embroidered on there, so I'm not sure why they said it was embroidered, but so it's definitely printed, but it is pretty cute, and it's kind of plain, and sometimes that's kind of nice to have, you know, if you're wearing like patterned pants, for example, or you just want like a solid t-shirt. That's the kind of thing that my husband will use. You know, it doesn't have to have like a big logo on the front, and preferably not, in all honesty. So it's soft. I think he'll wear it. He usually goes with a size large for tops unless it's a tank top, and then he needs a medium. And then in terms of waist sizes, I do think that sometimes they do small, medium, large, extra large sizes, but they base it on your inch waist size. So all right, so this is something, so when they did send the box out to me, I got a little bit of a preview on the invoice, so I did give my husband a little sneak peek, and we kind of like joked because these are what we lovingly call, and again, in honor of Father's Day, we call these dad shorts because they're kind of the like retro style before surf shorts came out, where they have, you know, the Velcro and then like the crisscross ties or a button or a snap. It was always these like kind of classic style like swim trunks, right? It was always the elastic band. So they actually sent him a medium because he's a size 32. So the medium is probably going to be what works for him best, because that's the size that he usually wears in athletic apparel as well for on the bottom, because he is a slender man. This is from a well-known surf brand called Katen, which I grew up seeing. I think the color is great. It looks like on the little sheet that I have that there were 2 color variations. I don't know if subscribers actually got to choose. There was like a black, but I think that this really pretty, like kind of aqua with the kind of cream palm trees is actually pretty cute. It's going to be a little bit of a shorter length than traditional surf shorts, but that's kind of the style these days, is to go a little bit short for mobility. It's nice. It's got the pockets, which is great. It does have the adjustable drawstring here. It's got a little loop in here, and it does have the mesh lining, which it looks like, yeah, it's got the mesh lining, which guys really like, because that's like one of the things that we always talk about when we see tourists around, is that when we see guys who are still wearing like their boxers or their boxer briefs under their swim trunks, we're like, you know, that doesn't work, right? You're just gonna get those all waterlogged. So it does kind of have, it's kind of like, you know, like a mesh Speedo in there to kind of keep everything where it needs to be and still not get soaked with water. This is a really cool feature. So this is where you know it really is from like a surf brand. They've got this little stash it pocket in there, so you could put your keys in there, anything that's like important, not like your electronics, don't do that. But I do like that it's got those pockets, and then on the back, it's got, this is pretty cool. So this is the classic Katin logo, this little cartoon guy. It's got this keychain, and these are always great for, I always think of these as like boat keychains because they float. So if you accidentally have your keys attached to it, it's going to float in the water, which is great. Let's see, and is this a real button? It is a real button, so that's kind of nice. We always like to have a zip closure if possible on pockets, but this is cool too. So they've got this tie in here so that you can, again, loop keys or important things in there. Like even if you have like a card case, you can like loop it through there to keep everything from floating out of there. So that's a nice little extra safeguard. Although, you know, most of the time you want to empty your pockets before you go in the ocean. But that's kind of cool. So they gave us a bunch of ways to protect things. We have that inside pocket, that little stash it pocket. We have this one that has that elastic cord so you can kind of loop it through things. And then they also gave us this fun little extra keychain. So this is called the Mai Tai Volley Trunk. So that's what it's called. Not dad shorts, but that's what we call them. It's a really cute pattern though, really nice details, good amount of stretch here, and it's still gonna look pretty like on trend. Like this like print and this style is definitely something I could see my husband wearing as either a button-down shirt or swim trunks. It's just that he has to get used to this elastic style, this retro style coming back into fashion. The retail value on this is $59. It says, the Katin Volley Trunk remains a fan favorite for its comfort, versatility, and volley style. Oh, it'd be great for like volleyball, I guess. It says, made from our custom volley style silhouette featuring front pockets, an elastic waist, and an interior stash pocket for the traveler on the move. So I'm assuming that these are for the water because it does feel like the kind of, you know, it's a trunk, right? So it's not just shorts, even though it is kind of have that nice fabric where you could wear it as shorts. Yeah, it's got to be, it's definitely a pair of surf trunks for sure. It says, in the early 1950s, Nancy and Walter Katin were in the business of making canvas boat covers. It was upon the request of local surfers that they created the first pair of custom Katin surf trunks. I love that. So it says, Katin takes pride in its title as California's first brand to make surf trunks and continues its commitment to providing quality, durability, and good looks. So yeah, this is the Mai Tai Volley. Just based on the like mesh lining, I'm assuming that this is something that can go into the water, even though they're talking about using it for like beach volleyball, etc., etc. All right, so cool. And then finally, this is the item that I was personally the most excited about. Again, a well-known surf brand. And again, it does look like it came in different color variations. One, again, a little bit darker with a dark background. And then this one, which my husband actually wound up with. So it was the Farley or Culver short sleeve shirt based on the color. So I'm not sure if this is the Farley or the Culver. Let me see if it says on here. This is the Farley, so the dark background one was the Culver. Maybe subscribers, if you're an annual subscriber, maybe you got to customize. So this is by Reef, which is one of our favorite brands. I always wear Reef sandals, for example. The retail value on this nice button down is $58. So let me see if I can get into the package. This is the item I was most excited about. My husband might be able to use it, you know, at work on like a casual day. Definitely when we're home in Hawaii. Occasionally for like a, you know, sort of resort wear dinner here in San Diego, but it is a good brand. It's a nice lightweight kind of cotton. I think it's really pretty with this light blue and white background, and then this Birds of Paradise print. And so it's just a pretty simple button-down short-sleeved tee, short-sleeved shirt. So not a tee, but it does have that pocket there on the front. It's kind of got those coconut buttons. I actually think it's really cute, and I like my husband in this kind of style shirt, so we'll see if he wears it. He has quite a few short sleeve button-down reef shirts, and it's always got like a nice kind of a slimmer fit than some of the more traditional big boxy Aloha shirts. So it says, with a slightly textured slub feel, the shirt is comfortable and classically chill. So it is kind of square along the bottom. Let's see. So square along the bottom here. Let's see if it has just got like a little bit of a split there for the hips, but I think it's going to look really cute on him. And my husband has blue eyes, so I think that'll be pretty. So it's a nice and lightweight. I don't think you'd have to wear an undershirt with it, and breathable. Definitely you could wear this with a nice pair of khakis and tuck it in with a belt to make it a little bit more dressy, a little more Hawaiian businessman. Or you could also just wear it, you know, with surf trunks and be a lot more casual with your flip-flops and just after the beach, right? So I think this is my favorite item. We'll have to see what my husband's favorite item is, but let's just go over everything that we got. This is the Farley Reef short sleeve shirt. It is a button down, which I like a lot. I think he'll look really cute in it. We got our Mai Tai Volley trunks, and this is by Katen. Retail value on that $59. So these were just a value of $1 more than the shirt. Then just for everyday, we got this sun pocket tee by Rhythm. This has a cute little sun design there on the pocket, value of $38. And then finally, we got our Surf Club hat by Beachly. I haven't decided yet if I'm super into the Beachly branded items, both in the women's box and the men's box. Usually they do a pretty good job of making the branding pretty subtle, which is like key, and the quality has been pretty good, but it kind of makes sense for them to branch out and do some of their own products as well. But overall, kind of a nice box. It kind of has like a color palette going to it almost, with the greens and the blues, so I'm into it, and they're very useful products. So if you're looking for a gift for the guy in your life, whether or not it's for Father's Day or a birthday or some other celebration, and they just need a little wardrobe update, especially if they are someone who is active, outdoorsy, doesn't have to be a surfer, obviously, doesn't have to be someone who's always in the ocean, this might be a really good way to help update their wardrobe and give them some styling tips if you think it works for them. And I think that it could work for a lot of guys. So let me know. If maybe it's a little hint to be like, you need to take me on a tropical vacation to Waikiki or wherever. That could be a good thing to do as well. So let me know in the comments below what you are doing to celebrate Father's Day, if anything, and if there are items in this box that you think that one of the guys in your life might enjoy. Also, let me know if you enjoy seeing guys' boxes here on the channel. I don't get a lot of them, but I do try to throw them in here and there. And for me, I just love any sort of like beach, ocean-oriented box. So I think this is a good fit for the channel. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please help me out with a thumbs up, and I will see you all very, very soon in my next unboxing.